All right.
At the attendance link.
Yeah. Awesome. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the ASA General Meeting First Spring 2021. And so we're going to be talking about the Stats Club, right? If you're here, you've heard, you maybe you're interested in stats, or maybe you just was like, I hear it pays well. So that's we're all here to welcome you to and learn more about the club. So first things first is we're all going to introduce ourselves, right? The officers, that is. Uh, Misty, I saw the kid there. Um, no worries, it's fun. I have a little brother who runs around sometimes. Um, but first, me. Hello, I am Victor Fagans, and I am the president of the Statistics Club. And my major is statistics and data science. And what am I in charge of? I'm supposed to lead and organize the officers and try to share cool opportunities with you guys, right? Try to do. I'm like a civil servant. I'm trying to help you guys out, share events, get guest speakers. We're doing well. And fun fact about me: I completed an internship last summer. It was very cool. I was online with the University of California. I worked with an engineering lab, so that was cool. And I'm a recent knitter. I don't have anything on me recently. I knitted. Well, here's a headband I knitted. So there we go. Whoa. So that's a fun fact about me. I like knitting. That's my pandemic hobby. All right. Next, Mufaro, please introduce yourself.
Hello, people. My name is Mufaro Chitakure. I'm an actuarial science major. I have a pursuing a minor in statistics. I am the vice president. My duties are mainly I organize the actuarial science related activities, which you'll kind of hear about in the, later on in the presentation, and then support some of the things that Victor does, as well as just help around. Fun fact about me is I love making art, which all kinds of art. I'm not necessarily like good at it, but I love it. So
That's awesome. I know I'm not very good at knitting either. I'm learning it very slowly. Um, oh, Jacob unfortunately wasn't able to make the meeting today, but he is our treasurer. He manages and maintains our finances, making sure they're tip top and in shape, and tells us, oh, hey, we need to do some things. So, and a fun fact about him, he plays golf at UTSA. Jacobo, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jacobo Leindecker. My major's in marketing. This is my final semester at UTSA. And basically what I do around here is I just kind of keep track of all the note taking, take notes on every meeting, take notes of attendance. And a little fun fact about me is that I have a pet horse. He did live in my backyard for a few years, but he got a little bit too big recently, so he's at the ranch now. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
All right, thank you, Jacobo. Andrea, please introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Andrea. My major is statistics and data science with a specialization in biology. I manage like the Instagram and the Twitter. If y'all don't follow those, you definitely should. And I make all the cool flyers y'all see. Um, oh God, that was my fun fact. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
All right, thank you, Andrea. And our junior officer. So we have junior officers this semester. Alex, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Alex Martinez, and my major is statistics and data science. And my duty is to learn about each officer position in case I want to upgrade in the future. And a fun fact is my fastest tube time is 45 seconds.
Thank you, Alex. I know for me, my fastest Rubik's Cube time is infinity because I've yet to figure it out. All right, so let's begin, right? A little bit about like why the Stats Club? Why should you be interested in statistics? Well, to begin with, right, statistics is everywhere. So, right, most of us, right, the officers are stats majors, actual science majors, but Jacobo here is a marketing major, and and marketing is a big field where statistics is used. So here are like some examples, right? That's used in psychology, demography, chemical and life sciences, engineering, marketing, computer science, sports analytics, and of course finance and insurance. Right, so it's used everywhere. So knowing just a little bit more about statistics and knowing a bit more about the context and where it's used in industries that it's used in can really provide you some good background into like, oh, I'm going to pursue. I know that this job they use statistics, or I know this field. I know that's where my skills are valuable. Or maybe if you want to transition into that field, you'll need to learn some of those. So let's move on. So Stats Club, right? What do we do? What do we do? So um, our guest speakers, so the big thing that we're doing on our Thursday meetings. So this is our Thursday meeting. Hello, everyone. And, and those are bi-weekly. We have guest speakers come. So in 2 weeks, we have Dr. Kilger. Some of you may know him, some of you may not, but he is the Director of Data Analytics here at UTSA, and he's going to be talking about the value of data. Right, data is everywhere nowadays, and what adds, what value, right, does it have? Right, and then our guest speaker after that is going to be Dr. Q and Dr. Lipokovic. Maybe I'll ask him before he comes how to pronounce that. It's going to talk about the role of statisticians in the pharmaceutical industry, right? COVID, right? Everybody knows about COVID right now, right? It's the pharmaceutical companies, right? Pfizer making the vaccines, right? How does statistics play in a role, right? As someone who studies stats, you don't really think like, wow, I could help make a COVID vaccine, but you can. So we're going to hear about them and kind of how does statistics play a role in that pharmaceutical industry. So next is our actuary preparation. So Mufaro, would you like to tell us about that?
Yes. So as the Stats Club, we're signed up for this year. I don't know if you're an actuarial science major, then you might be familiar with coaching actuaries, and they offer study resources, materials, manuals, questions for exam prep. And so we're signed up. We were signed up last year as well, but this year we're still signed up as a preferred club under their preferred club program, where they give us discounts for exam prep. So if you're going to study for exam P, they already had like a student discount, but that adds on to your student discount. So I have the codes. You have to let me know if you need them, then I can give them to you. And we'll also, through that program, we'll also be hosting a tutorial on how to use coaching actuaries. And so if you're interested in learning how, you can use it to study, whether it's the manual or using Adapt. I'm actually using it right now to study for FM. So I've been using it pretty extensively. And so I can show you all the stuff that I've been doing on there as well. And that's going to be in March, I believe. So let me know if you have any questions. So you can reach out to me. I'll put my email in the chat right after this, or on the Discord if you're in the Discord.
Awesome. Thank you, Mufaro. So let's talk about you guys, right? The members, right? How could you participate, right? How can you get involved, right? So of course, there's our general meetings, right, on Thursdays or bi-weekly Thursdays, and where we have those guest speakers. We showcase 2 of them. We're still on the hunt for one more. We're pulling our connections to get that final slot in. And so that's one way. Our Discord, of course, where is available to all of you, and you may access it right now and message each other and talk about whatever, look for opportunities. We put a lot of our attention into that and posting kind of resources we find. So junior officer program. So Alex here has the honor of being our first ever junior officer, but that privilege is also open to you guys as well. So if you're interested in becoming an officer in the future and you want to learn more about kind of how we operate and how the club operates, you can nominate yourself to be a junior officer. Me or Mufaro will meet with you to kind of talk about that process and to see if you could be a good junior officer. And I know this semester, right, we have 3 positions will be open for next semester: our secretary, treasurer, and social chair. So being a junior officer can give you kind of be like, oh, do I really want to become a social chair, or do I really want to become a secretary? So it's a great opportunity. And then, of course, our Rally Link. Please join our Rally Link. Currently, I think there's only one event registered in ReadyLink. The other one's getting approved. For those of you who don't know, ReadyLink, and it takes a couple days for events to get approved. But we'll be adding more events throughout the semester, right? Mufaro mentioned that Coaching Actuaries workshop. That'll be an event that we're having outside of our Thursday meetings, and that'll be ReadyLink will be the first place it'll be, as well as when we send out email to let people know. In other news, this is, it's not necessarily a way to get involved, but on our YouTube channel, we'll be posting interviews with faculty. We're going to interview statistics faculty to kind of give them a better sense of, to give you guys a better sense of who they are, right? What's their education like? How they get to where they are, right? Especially being online, it's really hard to know like who your faculty is, right? Especially if you just watch recorded lectures of them, you never get a chance to interact. So we're thinking of those kind of informal, formal interviews is a good way for you, for students to get a better perspective of their lecturers. So now full membership, right? This is always the go-to question people ask every semester, every year, like, how can I become a member? This is how, right? So you join our RattleLink, right? That's how we're tracking attendance. That's how we're, you know, tracking attendance and posting our events and sending emails. We use RattleLink for a lot of stuff. You should join it. If I haven't said that, if I haven't made that clear enough. As well as attend 3 club activities, 3 events, right? So those are our guest speakers. This event will count. Jacobo, he's put the link for attendance in the chat, and feel free to click on that. It's a really long link, and it will just bring you to RadioLink, and you sign in, and then your attendance will be tracked, and job done. And what do you get when you become a member? You get a lot of benefits. You get an ASA shirt. We'll mail you our Stats Club shirts. You'll get first access when we get employer news. So because we're a student organization with UTSA, often there's a lot of like career stuff that goes behind the scene, and they'll email us, be like, hey, share this with your members. And so if you become a member, you will send that information to you first, and then of course, eventually to everyone else as well. You'll get an opportunity to be showcased in our social media. So Andrea, whoop, whoop, will make a post about you, as well as you'll get a 25% discount on ASA membership. So we're the student chapter, so we're like the babies. But then there's the big boys, ASA General, which you can pay money to become a member of. And if you become a full member, you'll get a 25% discount on that annual fee. And now, yeah, any questions, guys? Any questions? That was it. That was all we had to share. But yes, questions time now. Go.
If we got an email about this meeting, does that mean we already joined through the ladder or anything? I'm new to the university semester, so I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, no worries. If you got an email, like if you got that email I sent out earlier today, then you're in the RadioLink from like Cengage or whatever. That's how that's how the emails look when we send them out.
Okay.
So there you go, Mister. All right, guys, come on. Question times. You can turn on your cameras for cool points. We talked about this.
You'll be recognizable next time you show up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then eventually, who knows, when we go back in person, we'll be like, you look familiar.
Out of curiosity, I do have a question.
Go.
Do you know, just generally speaking, how much the ASA membership is?
The ASA membership for students is $25 a year.
Okay.
And so the 25% discount just saves you $5. This is really just like an incentive, you know?
Just curious.
Yeah, no worries. I'm an ASA member, and they send me a magazine. Oh, dude, I have a big old stack of magazines from every month or whatever. Send me a magazine. Evan needs to resend the attendance link. Jacobo, can you resend the attendance link for dear old Evan? There we go. He was on the prowl.
Awesome.
Yeah,
He's hunting for that link to make a pun out of your name, Evan. Any other questions?
What are the perks of joining the ASA membership?
So the ASA student chapter, right? That's what we are, right? So that helps you with those other benefits we talked about. But the ASA national, so the big old ASA, They have a lot of benefits. So mostly it's in emails. They'll send you like emails and opportunities to things. How the ASA is structured is it's like you pay for membership and then you pay for sections. So it's like particular mini clubs within the ASA, and each one of those clubs does their own thing, right? So there's, for example, like a city chapter. There's like the San Antonio chapter for ASA. There's like consulting chapter for the ASA, government statistics section of the ASA, and each of those has their own fee associated with it. But being the national member gives you, access to that, and you get a lot of magazines. Oh, here's one. Wow, look, Amstat News. So it's cool. It's a nice read. You can be like, I didn't know that the Bureau of Education Statistics is underfunded. Interesting. Things like that. Shall we go around and introduce